Face reveal. Hi, welcome to Better Bloops. We are going to break Blooper down into bite-sized chunks and go through them one by one at a leisurely pace. We're going to talk about how they work, and we're also going to talk about how you can use them creatively to make music. I have a guitar here. Let's begin. Just like any other looper, we're going to want to start with the foot switches. That's the key to looping. With Blooper, we only have 5 foot switch commands. We try to contain that so things didn't get outrageous and hard to remember. There's a tap command for each switch, there's a hold command for each switch, and something happens when you press both at once. Good. The tap commands should be familiar if you've used loopers before. The left is responsible for recording. When you press it again, you set that measure, the length of your loop, and go into playback. And from that point on, you're basically toggling every time you press between record and play. Tapping the right foot switch stops your loop, and pressing both at once deletes your loop. Okay, so that leaves 2 things, and I'm going to make music now to demonstrate those. Because my legs are under the table, I'm going to use an external switch. To get that going, all you need to do is a rat's nest. Plug the external switch into the EXT record jack. Let's do it. And it will take right over. No need to use a dip switch or any of that. I have a sports injury on my pinky, so I'll play in the key of C. Let's record a loop to get things going. Alright, so that's a loop, that's a loop. Okay, good. So we have a loop. Now, let's demonstrate the hold function of the record switch. That's going to activate something called one-shot recording. Let's get into it. So to demonstrate, I'm going to use one of the modifiers. Modifiers are loop effects that Blooper has. It has 2 channels of them, and the key is that you can record them like overdubs. So you have a button to turn it on, a switch to select the effect, and a knob to change it, control it. So here we have a filter. Now what I'm going to do, leave it there, and actually let's make it murky, nice and dark. And I'm going to turn on stability, which is kind of, well, it's a multi-effect, giving you all kinds of tape things. Now, if I hold this switch down, your record LED is going to blink red, and then it'll become green. Now watch this. Turn stability off, turn filter off, but you still hear their effects. This is because Blooper allows you to record effects, and that's the point of one-shot recording, is essentially it allows you to paste effects right over top of your loop without having to worry about timing. So here we are with a filter and stability just plopped on top of the loop, and now I could use another effect, or what have you. Now, one perk of recording effects instead of just having them on is now I could just overdub some clean guitar that won't be affected by those things. Let's do it! Okay, great. And now we can demonstrate our final foot switch, which is actually a little submenu. So, when you hold the right foot switch, a green LED is going to come on, indicating that you're in the undo redo menu. At this point, tapping the right foot switch will undo a layer. Tapping the other foot switch will redo a layer. So now we're back to clean before the effects were recorded. Now we're back to murky and wobbly. And there's our final clean layer. Now, you can probably tell that all of Blooper's features are kind of interconnected. You can't explain one without explaining another, but we will go into how layers and undo and redo work in depth. The layers knob and undo and redo are essentially the same thing. So we've given you two ways to do it. You can use your foot, you can use your hand. One other perk of having it on the knob is you could use expression, you could use MIDI, you could use CV, or you could use ramping to control the undoing and redoing of layers. Performance. You hold the foot switch again, you're back out, and that's it. So 5 commands, and you're ready for the next thing.